Hey, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 12 of the December daily draws. So as we close out the week and approach the weekend, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. The initiate of Winter Cups, usually termed the Page of Cups. So we need to find something that we enjoy. Something that we can explore, that involves our imagination and creativity. But enjoyment is the key word here, I feel. Something simple that we enjoy. It doesn't have to be some great thing that we get involved in. Just something that makes us feel good, that we enjoy doing, that gives us a sense of adventure as well. In that gives us that, that thrill, that sense of, I'm really enjoy this. This is and is if you're going on a journey of discovery as he's flying out the window here. But the thing of finding something that we enjoy does tie in with yesterday's reading when we had the merriment card, didn't we? We had the merriment card to bring a bit of warmth and light and enjoyment into life, and not just have it all structured and rigid. But when we had the Emperor yesterday, so this is a bit more sort of like, this is more like a scene from a fantasy children's story where he's been sort of led out of his room and into the sky, and he's soaring into an adventure and seeing the landscape, and who knows, he's going to go to some strange land and meet some fantastical creatures and characters. It's very, very sort of like a Christmas story type thing, Peter Pan kind of thing, where Tinkerbell would, lead the children to into their adventures. And that's the kind of spirit that this card is evoking to us. A sense of exploration, adventure, and almost like a childlike wonder. And sometimes when we get into the the mundane things of life and the challenges of life, and as we grow, become adults, and we get involved in adulting and all that kind of thing, adult stuff and grown-up stuff and everything, that we can get bogged down and we lose that sense of wonderment and awe at the world around us that children have, and the curiosity as well. So, I think what this card is saying is try and do something to recapture that sense of wonder and that sense of awe and appreciation of the world around you, and be a bit more curious about the opportunities that you have. Be curious about experiences that you could have to bring that enjoyment and that fun and sort of thrilling adventure back into your life. So there's a place for that. Yes, there are the practical stuff we need to do. There's the boring, in quotes, stuff that we need to do of life that of, adult responsibility and all of that kind of thing. Yes, there is the need for that, but don't let it crowd out the fun times too, the enjoyment, you know, the things that we do that are the routine everyday stuff that some of us wouldn't perhaps would prefer not to have to do, but we do it because we need to do it. It has to be done. But we do those things in order to sustain us through this life. But it's not to become our. It shouldn't become so much that it is our life. It's to aid us live a life of experiences that we can enjoy. We can do the hard stuff, the toil, the challenging stuff, the boring stuff, whatever you want to term it. We can do all of that, and if the payoff is that enables us to do some fun stuff and have good, positive, fun, adventurous experiences in life, and makes us feel alive, then that's all worth it. But if we don't have this element in, is what are we doing? We're not living, we're just existing. And we're putting all that effort in just to exist. And that's a very sad way of looking at it, but sometimes it can become a reality for some of us. So, and I say it doesn't have to be a major change. It doesn't have to be something big that we do that brings us that sense of wonderment and enjoyment. It can be just something simple, spending time, if you have children, spending time with the children, playing some fun games. Doesn't have to be for long, doesn't have to be all the time. You might say, well, I haven't got time for that because I've got other things to do. Make some time, set aside some time, because that's important. If you've not got children, find some hobby that you enjoy doing. Go out and see some places that you've not seen before. Whatever it is that brings you that sense of wonder and excitement, that's what this card is saying do. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Okay. Ceremony. And it doesn't have to be formal. That's what I get it there about ceremony. This looks like a very formal, very serious ceremony with the candles lit and everything. And if you enjoy that, doing something that's that involved, then by all means do so. But it's also about intention, and it's also about doing it with a sense of purpose and devotion when you do a ceremony like this. So almost treat it as something, having fun, as an important, almost sacred part of life. And through your intention, you don't have to do lighting candles and everything, but through your intention, choose to have these times. Yes, you've got all the other stuff that you have to do in life. That needs to be done, but make some time to do this stuff too, because you need some balance in the two aspects. So set your intention to do this, and think of things that you can do, even in some small way, even for just any brief moment that you have. Some is better than none, but try and bring that in as a contribution into your life, because I think that's important for us. And I think that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 13. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.